As the Gothic machine of might, known as the Batmobile, returns to the sanctuary of the Batcave, Batman climbs out, clutching his shoulder as blood drips from his wound. The ever-loyal Alfred Pennyworth approaches. A quiet night tonight, Master Bruce. You could say that. Is everyone else on patrol? Master Timothy is partnering on a case with Master Richard, while Master Jason has retired for the night. Good. Remind me I have Damon's parent-teacher meeting tomorrow. I have it marked on your schedule, sir, along with Miss Cassandra's recital. The Dark Knight puts a reassuring hand on Alfred's shoulder. Thanks, Alfred. Not necessary, sir. Now, you can eat while I apply the stitches, and you can brood as I clean the floor. Bruce chuckles as morning comes. Having a new record of 6 hours sleep, Bruce Wayne ventures into the Wayne Manor gym, a large room with spacious floor space, to train, lift and spar. The room's ornate windows soak the room with light as Bruce finds Dick Grayson, Nightwing, the first Robin, already training. Early start. We birds are morning people, not like certain other winged ones. Good. Then you're not too tired for a morning spar. Oh no, I'm not falling for that again. Last time I lost, I got a demerit and 3 hours on the bag. Well, perhaps you'll win this time. Grayson somersaults and lands in front of his mentor, and I thought I was the optimistic one. The pair begin their spar. As they do, Bruce ponders what his life would have been like without Dick Grayson. He too had lost his parents to crime and corruption. He could easily have lost himself to the shadows like Bruce did, but instead, he became something more. A beacon, a light in the darkness, hope that things could be better, for Bruce and for those they protected. Dick often said that Bruce saved him, but in truth, they saved each other from the dark. As Bruce pins Dick's arm and holds him fast in a lock, Dick flips out and distances himself, jumping high before throwing an overhead kick. Bruce leaps back as the two wind up for a punch, their fists meeting and striking each other. Bruce kicks Dick's arm away as he grabs and throws Dick away, only for the flying Grayson to catch himself and sweep Wayne underfoot. Hey, what do you know? I did win. Bruce smirks as he scissor kicks Dick's legs, sending him also to the ground. Always mind your surroundings. Later, having showered and dressed, Bruce finds Tim Drake, Red Robin, sleeping in the study, a corkboard packed and full to the brim with theories and fresh leads. Bruce nods his head in approval of Tim's work. Tim was the only Robin that came to Bruce willingly, knowing exactly what he wanted. Bruce did not want anyone else in the line of fire after what happened to Jason, but Tim wouldn't back down. Bruce had made certain Tim was ready for the field, and in some respects, he already was. Already a better detective than Bruce ever was. He had figured out who Batman was after all. Bruce grabs a nearby blanket and puts it over Tim as he sleeps. A little while later, Tim groggily wakes up to find himself alone in the room, the door cracked partially open. He glances over to his corkboard, only to find a note has been pinned to the center. Good work. Now follow the evidence. B. Parking his car outside Gotham Academy's entrance, Bruce enters, unsure of what to expect Damian's teacher to say. As he made his way through the heavily well-maintained hallways, his mind wandered. This would be where he had gone to school, where his father had attended. Sometimes, despite tragedy, life could be quite poetic. I do not understand why you want me here. My input is during lessons, because I'm proud of your progress. You could have told me that at home. Ah, Mr. Wayne, so good to see you again. And you, Mrs. Harvest. How have you been? Oh, well, we've been celebrating. Cliff just got promoted at work, so we've been planning a weekend trip to celebrate. Congratulations to you both. Can we get on with this? Damian. How have his studies been? Well, we're very happy with his progress. Remarkable, even. There have been discussions about moving him up a year. We'll be testing him to see how he'll fare, but we're optimistic. That's good to hear. The curriculum could be done by a 5-year-old. His behaviour, on the other hand, has been testy. Bruce momentarily glances at Damian. I thought he had improved. I have not fought anyone. Yet. Ahem, yes, he has settled. There's just a question of his sociability. Many of the other students find him off-putting? I simply glance in their direction. If they choose to be afraid, that's their problem. Is it possible, Damian, that you have trouble making friends? Oh, he has friends at different schools, and his siblings. Well, it is good that he has a network, but perhaps a more immediate network is in order. Why don't you join a club? Golf or tennis? Or the swim team? They always need new members. We'll take a closer look. If there's nothing else, you disappointed in me. I would be a hypocrite if I was. Neither of us are good at making friends, but we can both promise to try from here on out. Now then, we have an hour before Cass's recital. As they both go to step into the car, Damian looks up and signals his father that the bat signal has activated. Later still, Batman and Robin are fighting against the hired hands of the Penguin as the crooked criminal makes to fly away with his plunder. Curses! Why are you always involved in my business, Batman? Batman strikes behind him at a jumping goon as he turns to Cobblepot. You have one chance to come quietly, Cobblepot. And you have one chance to die quietly. As Penguin points his umbrella at the dynamic duo, bullets begin to project from it in quick succession. The pair dive for cover as Batman answers an incoming call. Hasn't started yet. Yes, but Miss Cassandra is not on for another 15 minutes. I would suggest haste, sir. Understood. Penguin runs out of rounds as Robin dives into action. A concealed blade pops out of the umbrella end as the Penguin thrusts the blade at Robin, but the boy wanderer fades the strike and sweeps the Penguin underfoot. Robin kicks the umbrella away from the flightless fiend. Batman then punches Penguin straight to the beak as the bird crumbles, defeathered. Batman casually hauls the Penguin onto his shoulder. Father, it will take us 12 minutes to get to the hall. Later, as Cassandra Cain begins her dance recital, those watching gaze on with attention at the graceful figure on stage, awed by her poise and skill. All except for 2 seats, noticeably vacant in the audience. As Cass dances, and unknown to all, the shadowy silhouette of the Batman watches above in the stage rafters, looking below at his adopted daughter, as Robin profusely hauls the Penguin to the GCPD. Next time, Drake can do this menial. As Cass finishes her performance, Batman must resist the urge to clap or cheer or make a sound for her, but hidden in the shadows, no one can see his smile of pride. As all performers exit for the evening, Cass calls Batman. Thank you for coming. I wasn't in the audience. I know. Did you like it? You were brilliant. I have to go now. I'll see you later tonight. Okay. Batman ends the call as he grapples from rooftop to rooftop. How many times had he tracked through this city? His home. It seemed like hell on earth to many. A cancer that only bred evil, but it had so much good within it too. People like Jim and Barbara and Leslie. Good worth fighting for. Sometimes Bruce Wayne forgot that, but the city reminded him in its ways. He stops his run as he comes in contact with Red Hood, Jason Todd, watching the city below. You're late. Either you're getting slower, or there was a mugging on the way. Sure there was. The two stand silently, taking in the surroundings of Gotham, the sounds and constant ebbs of the city that had made them both drink in the sights and sounds. Jason, I know I don't always say it, but... Oh no, don't you get all emotional. It'll make me die again. But, so we're clear. I know, Bruce. Now, let's get you to the church on time, young man. Batman lands at the steps of Gotham Cathedral, the old doors creaking loudly as the shadow of the night walks into the hallowed halls. Bruce takes off his mask as he says, Am I late? Right on time, sir. I brought your, second best suit. A few minutes later, Bruce Wayne walks into the cathedral hall, joined by Alfred, the pair smiling as they see everyone already waiting. Dick, Tim, Damian, Cass, Steph, Barbara, and, sitting in the pews, Leslie Tompkins, Clark Kent, and Lois Lane. Is this everyone, Bruce? Close friends and family only. Well, I think it's perfect. I didn't think I'd live to see the day. We're proud of you, Bruce. And no backing out. All exits are covered in case it crashes. As from above, sniper in hand, Jason says, Don't worry, rubber bullets only. Bruce smiles and says, Thank you all. Now then, you stand there, and you there. And we can begin. The wedding march begins as into the hall walks Selina Kyle, wearing an extravagant, beautiful wedding dress. She glides into the hall, all in attendance awed by the sight. Even Bruce Wayne would be confused for a far less haunted man to see him. As she joins him at the front, the pair took each other's hands. You look beautiful. And how many crimes did you stop along the way? I didn't count. Everyone else in attendance shouts, 6. Well, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the union of Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle in holy matrimony. We all know it has been a long time coming, and foregoing any sudden supervillain attacks, let us proceed quickly. The pair recite their vows, promising to honour and commit to one another until the end of their days. All were filled with joy at the sight, and not even Damian could muster a sardonic comment. As Dick and Cass gave the bride and groom their rings, the pair exchanged and were exalted by their pairing. I do. Then by the power vested in me, You may now kiss the bride. As the newlyweds rushed towards the waiting car, their lives began anew. Many challenges were sure to come their way, no less due to their more than ordinary lives, but they took solace in each other that the chase of the bat and the cat had finally ended in what they both had been seeking: happiness.